My name is Edafe Okporo. I'm the Executive Director of RDJ Refugee Shelter in Holland. We are the only shelter in New York City specifically for asylum seekers and refugees. Since 2017 to 2020, we have served 85 asylum seekers from 40 countries. In 70 plus countries, it's illegal to be gay, and in 7 of them, it's punishable by the death sentence. So America, Europe, Canada, and most of the places asylum seekers go to for safety. But when we come to these countries, we still experience some form of marginalization, even to a great extent sometimes. If I was a white cisgender gay guy, I wouldn't face the kind of discrimination I face for being a black gay refugee from Nigeria. I am faced with police brutality. I am faced with marginalization for being queer in the workplace. I am faced with homelessness for not having HIV. I am faced with homelessness for not having a mental health issue. So where do LGBTQ asylum seekers who do not fit into the classification of housing works, SAGE or Alifoni Center to go into? So the conversation we're going to be having today is all about being a black gay immigrant or transgender immigrant in America. So Aneiry, kindly introduce yourself to us.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Aneiry Zapata. I'm Honduran. I'm a transgender Honduran and migrants living in New York. I'm a consulting member from Blmp, Black LGBTQ Migrant Project, and I'm a board member of QDEP.
Thank you very much. So for those of you that do not know, there are so many organizations that provide services for Black LGBTQ people, and these are the voices we want to raise. Aneiry, can you tell us how difficult it is to be a Black transgender immigrant in America?
Okay. As you were saying, it's very difficult being a transgender and being a LGBTQ person in America because here being black is an issue in America, in United States of America, because even when they say we equal in front of the law, we not equal in front of the people who make that law. No, I don't know if you understand that's
We're
yeah.
not equal with the people that made the laws.
Yes, and that's an issue. And being transgender is being LGBTQ made it worse because you're dealing with a lot in this society. You have to explain. You have like to apologize. They want you to apologize for being yourself, for being LGBTQ, for being migrant, for having an accent, a different accent of
Done for
yeah.
having an accent. Yes.
And they make you feel like you have to apologize or there's something wrong with you. And when you're trying to navigate the system, you have to explain them why you there and why you deserve. Because when you're a white person, they act like you deserve everything. But when you're a black person, you have to explain them what they have to give you or why they have to provide you something. And that's a big issue in this country.
Thank you very much for that.
Mhm.
It is also my experience as a gay black man in America. It's a full-time job to explain your identity to people who are criminalizing you. It's a full-time job to be a black gay immigrant in America. The mental health worries I have to deal with for being gay is too much. I have been dealing with this right from the day my mother gave birth to me in Nigeria.
Ye-
Growing up in Nigeria, the religious community marginalize you for being gay. Most of the laws that criminalizes people in those 70 countries are colonial laws that are deeply rooted in racism. Immigration in America is a race issue because in 1981, during Ronald Reagan administration, when detention centers came out, is to deter black and brown migrants from coming into this country. So we need new set of immigration policies, which are not going to happen under the Trump administration. That is why my wish for the gay community this Pride Month is to come out in mass for election the same way you will come out in mass for Pride, because protecting trans rights and Black immigrants' right is protecting the right of all LGBTQ people. Aneiry, what do you have to say about that?
I have to say, because somebody was saying, we're saying Black Life Matters, but all life matters. And I know all life matters, but when I'm saying Black Life Matters and I'm screaming on the street, it's because I feel like the cop forget the Black Life Matters, the government forget Black Life Matters, and we're not saying Black Life Matters more than white or than other cultures matters. But I have to explain myself like Black Lives Matter because when a cop stops you, when they forget you matters, they forget you have right and you have a family waiting for you in your house. The cop killed 124 people in the last 25 days. That's why I'm in the street saying Black Lives Matter because you have to remember that. You have to know we matters.
As an immigrant,
Mhm.
you're part of Black LGBTQ Migrant Project and Queer Detainee Empowerment Project. What does your activism look like? And if people want to be a part of advocating for trans
Mhm.
LGBTQ people, how do they support your work?
Okay. This currently I'm working here in New York as a consulting members of my community. I'm Garifuna. I'm Black Garifuna from Honduras, and I'm working as consulting members with 30 people, 30 Black Garifuna peoples. So they are members who just getting to the country. They recently get to the country, and we navigate with them. Showing how the system work and what right they deserve or how can they apply for any resource that the government or the city can provide them. So in Honduras, we don't have a lot of information about the LGBTQ plus community. We never in the school talk about this. It's not like it's not a crimen, but it's something like nobody talk about it.
Mm.
No in the church, no in the school, no in the family, no in the black families, because it's like it's a taboo. Being LGBTQ is a taboo in a black family. So uh, my work right now is empowerment. Those people who just arrived to the country and showing them how to navigate on the system and how to express themselves. So I'm showing them that they don't have to apologize for being them. And
As
mhm,
a voice for your community, that is a very small amount of people, but you are representing that community now and you are being a voice for that community. What do you want to tell the LGBTQ community about your community? What do you want them to know? How do you want them to support you? Put it out to the world right now.
I want to tell you, in my community, there's people dealing with themselves. So please don't put more situation against them because they're dealing with the family, they're dealing with their identity, with their migrant situation, as apply asylum seekers. They dealing with a lot in their day by day's life. So
Mm.
please be kindness. Try to be kindness with the people because everybody is dealing with something.
Everybody is dealing with something, and
Yes.
that is very important to know. Me, there's an issue I have in America, and I want to say it to the world. As a gay black person from Africa, I feel very different in the gay community. Even when I go to gay bars, as someone that have suffered discrimination in my country, coming
Mhm.
to America thinking I'll be accepted,
Mhm.
people treat me differently because of my accent. People treat me differently because of the way I choose to dress. LGBTQ community, why are you treating your black immigrants as if we're not part of the community? Asking all of you to stand with black immigrants and protect black immigrants. When we talk about crime and mass incarceration of black people, we're also talking about black immigrants because private prisons are used to imprison black immigrants. The immigration detention centers that are making profit off black immigrants and the struggle of LGBTQ people, trans people are being killed in prisons, LGBTQ asylum seekers their rights are being eroded away, and we're asking the community, when are you guys are going to say that we are here for you? It's not just love is not only about a liberal city, New York City, California, LA Pride, showing your body and all these things. Love is standing for all gay people, especially our LGBTQ migrants that are the most marginalized in our community.
Yes, and also that start that they you get into America, because I remember I remember the day I get to America, and as a transgender woman, and with 3 or 4 transgender woman, I was put in a male facility in the detention.
That itself is abusing your gender.
Yes, there's abuse in my gender, because if I tell you I'm a woman, I'm a woman. People have to understand genders. You know what? About what you look, it's about what you feel. And if you feel as a woman, you a woman. You don't have to dress like a woman. Or the society says a woman have to dress. You don't have to look or walk like the society say you have to look or walk. If you say you something or you're somebody, you are that person. People have to read about them. We have to get in the school and let them children knows what's going on, because is we not talk with the children today. In 10 years we're gonna have the same issue of today, the same
True.
issue.
Impersonation of or policing immigrants' gender is a
Mhm.
very good strategy of silencing trans immigrants. I remember when I was in Elizabeth Detention Center, there was a trans immigrant from Honduras who was kept in a male detention center
Mhm.
with every features of a woman
Mhm.
because she couldn't change her certificate in Honduras from a man to a woman. So at the airport, they brought her into a male detention center. ICE is misgendering, beating trans people up in detention center, and this have to stop. That is why your work with BLMP is very important. Can you tell us what the organizations QDEP and BLMP is doing to help liberate trans immigrants?
Okay, something that I love about the organization where I'm work. I remember the first day I went to BLMP to our retreatment in Atlanta, and I remember they asked me what's your name, and I said my name is Aneiry. I'm a woman, and they respect that to me. That was the first day of my life that I remember, February 12th, 2019. And I was there, and I could never forget that days, because I feel like that day I burned. Because what the first day what I was around people who respect me for who I am, for who I am. Know what my birth certificate say, because they never asked me what the name your parent gave you. They never asked this type of question to me. And it's today, 1.5 years after, and they never asked me what the name your parent gave you. And that's make you feel like you home, you in your house, you in home, when you feel somebody can respect that to you. And that what we're doing with that community is, like I said before, is helping them to find themselves, to be themselves, and to find resources, helping them to find resources how to pay bonds when they're going out of migration, helping them how to find shelters. BLMP and Q that we helping the people, we helping our Black LGBTQ plus migrants in anything they need for the living situation.
Thank you very much. Your work is very important, and the community needs people like you. The community need black transgender immigrants that are pushing the way for others. If people want to support your work, where do they go to?
They have to go to the page of BLMP, Black LGBTQ Migrant Project, and there's the link on the page.
Thank you very much. What about you? How do people follow you on the internet?
Aneiry Zapata in Instagram. I'm like Aneiry Zapata 96, and in Facebook I'm Aneiry Zapata.
Thank you very much, Aneri. I really appreciate your voice and everything. And to the community, I just want to say to you guys that we immigrants are tired of explaining our story over and over again. We just ask of something as simple as saying LGBTQ migrants deserve to be in this country. The Trump administration is about to pass a new asylum law. If this law passed, someone like Aneiry would not be eligible for asylum. Someone like me might not get my asylum, but there is something you could do. So the USCIS website have put an open call for comments between now and July 15th. If you cannot find it on the internet, go to my organization website, www.rdjrefugeeshelter.org/blog. You will see how to make a comment. Tell the government of your disgust, or how do you say, you're tired of them trying to police LGBTQ people and marginalize us further with immigration policies. And no, enough is enough. So go there, contribute a comment. Thank you all. Happy Pride to all of you. Love you.